Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to be accountable for myself. I have got to get back eating correctly and moving my body. I just have to do it. I do not have any health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar, nothing like that. I do not. However, every once in a while, I check my blood sugar because my husband is diabetic and he has to check his sugar. And so he checked his and it was 177, which is better than what it usually is because now he's on 2 different medications. And so it's gradually bringing it down to normal. But my fasting sugar this morning was 121, which is too high because I'm usually never over 100. But I have not been eating right lately. I have tried those shots. They give me a really bad headache, made me really sick. It's the compound. I don't have money to buy the actual one. My insurance will not cover the non-compound meds. Whenever I do take it, it makes me sick, like I said, and then afterwards, like, I have just like really insatiable hunger. So it's messing me up more than it's helping me because I do not lose weight on them. So this is what I weighed this morning. I will insert a little picture or something. But I have got to get my weight under control so that I don't develop any health issues. My goal is to be like around 180, 175. I have lipedema, which is a connective tissue disorder. I have it over most of my body that you could possibly have it at. So you don't develop it in your hands or your feet. But I have it in my arms, my stomach, my breast, my thighs, my calves. I have it pretty much everywhere. And so I really need to get my eating under control also to help with just inflammation and my lipedema growing any more than it already has because it has been very bad. If you don't know about lipedema, it's mostly in women. I don't think I've ever heard of a man having it. And it's like hard nodules under the skin in the fatty tissue. The fat is like a fibrous tissue instead of like a smooth, soft fat. The fat is hard. It is not due to diet or exercise. It is genetic. I went most of my life believing that I was the reason why I was this way. A lot of the women on my father's side of the family have it. And if you don't control your carbs, your sugars, weight gain, things like that, anything that really feeds your body to that could potentially cause your hormones to be offset, to be abnormal, you really have to eat healthy, clean, and if you don't, then the lipedema pretty much just grows. I am 35, almost 36, close to perimenopause, possibly already started perimenopause, and any hormone changes like puberty, pregnancy, menopause, that all causes hormone swings and changes, and that causes lipedema to grow. So my goal right now is to try to eat as clean and healthy as possible. I cook my food in sweet cream butter, no added oil, seed oils, things like that. Sometimes I use lard, like fat from pork, and I don't use any seed oils. So I'm trying to switch as clean as possible. I have recently started milking my goats that I got. Again, I've made butter. I'm going to be making some yogurt. I love Greek yogurt. I have made like cajeta, which is like a caramel sauce with my goat's milk. I don't plan on eating a whole lot of sugars and sweets and carbs. I really need to cut back because I am a sugar and carb addict, and it is hard for me to stop once I start. So I really need to just start eating cleaner, healthier foods. So I would like to take y'all along every day and just discuss with y'all what I'm eating to hold myself accountable. I know this is Jamie's Little Farm YT page, and so it's not always going to be about farm stuff. This is about my life, and I don't really want to make anything separate from this. This is me and what I'm doing, and of course I'll continue showing farm stuff as I get to that, but I hope that y'all enjoy my day-to-day of what I'm eating and what I'm doing. Right now I have some water. My daughter drank the last of my coffee. I usually drink Kona coffee in the pods from Amazon. It's the Happy Belly brand, and I put some Coffee Mate creamer in that. I will be making some coffee creamer with goat's milk and liquid stevia and see how that goes. But for now, I'm just drinking some water. This is my breakfast. It is almost 10:30. I have 1 8-ounce pack of Monterey mushrooms, about 3 handfuls of raw spinach that I cooked, 3 farm fresh eggs, half of an avocado, and I'm gonna have some of this goat milk cheese that I just made. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. We made it in the Instant Pot, and it just has some pink Himalayan sea salt in it. So this is gonna be my breakfast. So chat is telling me that for 1 ounce of this goat milk cheese that I made, it's kind of like a chèvre or a cottage cheese texture. It's 90 to 100 calories per ounce. So if you're tracking your calories, that's about how much it is. And I think it said like 4 to 7 grams of protein per ounce. Okay, I ate probably about half of this, the whole avocado and most of the cheese, and I'm full. I'm going to put this into a container for my lunch. I do not go to work today until 5, so I'll have lunch at home, and I will catch back up with y'all then. I'm currently in my room. I just cleaned out my fridge, put everything back after wiping it down, fed the baby goats, made sure they had grain, and water. I have my cup. I have drank about 40 ounces of water so far today. About to add this to it. Not sponsored, but I add this for my electrolyte. Raspberry is my favorite, but the watermelon is good too, and so is the grapefruit. I haven't ate anything else. I'm really not hungry, and I'm just going to watch my phone for a while. Sheepishly me, Sandy Brock just uploaded a video not long ago, so I'm gonna go catch up on her. Right now it is 2:30. I have my leftover breakfast, the spinach with eggs and mushrooms. I put the leftovers on some carb balanced tortillas. I added a small amount of Monterey Jack cheese and some of the Great Value thick and chunky salsa. Right now my calories are at just over 700, and I'm trying to eat between 1600 and 1800 a day, so that gives me plenty of calories for the rest of the day. I hate counting calories. I prefer to be like a meat-based diet, but I don't have the food in the house right now to do that. Thursday I am going to Baton Rouge to get groceries. So right now I'm just eating what I have in my fridge. Spinach and mushrooms go bad really fast, so this is what I am having for lunch. I do have to be at work at 5, and my goal is to not eat anything while I'm there, because they got some really good stuff in the refrigerator and the pantry that I am welcome to. If they don't eat it, then it's gonna go in the trash, which is why I've gained several pounds recently. So I'm trying not to eat at all while I'm there. So I want to eat my lunch before I go, and then have enough room for dinner afterwards. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. My phone's connected to my car. I don't know if you can hear that static, but this car sucks. There's an issue with the radio. It makes that static noise. It shuts on and off. It's currently actually, it does this constantly as I drive. I have contacted the dealership that I got this vehicle at. Brought it there. They drove it for like 30 miles because there was like 30 miles left to my gas tank. Told me that it was the battery, was pulling power from places because it didn't have enough battery. There was like a dead cell or something. Charged me, it was like $560 all together to change the battery. And the battery itself cost like $309. So I go and I pick up my car, leave. They're telling me that's what's wrong with my radio. And it has the exact same problem. Mind you, I paid like $5,000 for an extended warranty so that if there's anything wrong with anything on this vehicle, it would be covered. Battery is considered maintenance, so it was not covered. Radio just cut back on, still making that weird noise. So I don't know what else to do. I don't want to have to bring it back and pay for diagnostics and all that kind of stuff. They charged me for diagnostics and for the labor work that they did on it, and then for the battery. So it just sucks. The car is great, drives great, but I cannot use the radio. I cannot use the navigation. The backup camera does not work if the radio doesn't turn on. It makes that static noise through the speakers, even though the volume the radio is on 0. It doesn't make any sense. I have a Zero Coke Zero with me that I'm going to drink while I'm at work. I tried to take a nap after I ate lunch because my head was hurting, but as soon as I fell asleep, my husband called me and woke me up. So I have zero sugar soda. I'm at the post office and I have to be at work in a minute. I don't want to get there too early, so I'm gonna go check my mail and then I'm headed to work. Some chicken tenders and french fries at work. I was told to help myself. I might have 1 or 2 bites. This is about 340 calories. Everything in moderation, right? Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I am ready for bed. I did eat 2 chicken tenders at work and some of those fries that y'all saw. They were so salty and disgusting. Were no good. I kind of like to meet my fat and protein goal. Did not come anywhere close to it today. But I will insert a little picture right here of what my calories were for what I ate. Thanks for following along today, and I will see y'all tomorrow.